Hello dear students, welcome back to Pen and Paper Chemistry. And what is the topic we are dealing with today? Benzene, the preparation of benzene. So before we go ahead with the topic for the day, please don't forget a pen and paper in your hand, because unless you write the reactions yourself, it will be difficult to remember. What do you need? You need this flowchart. Simple. It's an easy way to remember the preparation and properties of the compounds that we are dealing with, especially the organic compounds. Here, if you see this chart, we are preparing benzene from a number of compounds. So this is from, and this side is to. We are going to prepare benzene. By the way, you can draw this flowchart in your notebook. It comes in really handy when dealing with conversions as well. For those who've been following the channel, go ahead, start writing the reactions yourself. So first reaction is preparation from sodium benzoate. Second reaction, preparation from phenol. Third reaction, preparation from benzoic acid. Fourth, benzene sulfonic acid. Fifth, aniline. Sixth, acetylene. Seventh, from chlorobenzene. Benzene, as you know very well, is an aromatic compound, which is a six-membered compound where the corners of this ring are occupied by the carbon atoms, and it is stabilized because of resonance, right? And this is how we represent it. We can also represent it with a circle inside it, and sometimes you will also find it written like this for ease of understanding, right? The preparation of benzene. Now, this is an aromatic compound, so many preparations are different from aliphatic, whereas some are borrowed from the aliphatic compounds. The first preparation is from sodium benzoate. Now, if you remember, we had prepared alkanes using this reaction. Do you remember this reaction? RCOONA. When heated with soda lime, NaOH, lime is CaO, heat to keep it dry, and we had made a box over here. Perfect. And we had done it as RH plus Na2CO3. Working on the same fundamental, what do we have here instead of R? In aromatic compounds, we write it as the aryl group. Aryl group means where one of the carbon, one of the hydrogen is missing. So it's kind of C6H5 when I have to prepare benzene. So not making things very complicated for you, we'll have C6H5COONA. Yes, very good. And the rest is very, very easy. Have confidence in yourself. Try writing the reaction yourself. Don't worry, don't bother about don't get tense about making mistakes. Unless we make mistakes, we will not be able to learn. Go ahead. Make the box. Write the product. I'm waiting for you to finish it. Great. So you have Na2CO3 again and C6H6. That's the first preparation of benzene. Easy. Let's see the second preparation. From phenol, using zinc dust, make benzene. Go ahead, write the reaction. So let's write the second one. What will be the formula for phenol? C6H5OH plus zinc dust heated. So you know that you have to form C6H6, right? What is left? ZNO. Absolutely simple. Got it? Let's see the third one. benzoic acid. Now it's an acid. Acid means it's got the COOH group, right? So we have to convert, we have to remove this CO2 from here. So what do? We heat it with copper in the presence of a basic solvent, example quinoline, and heat. Let's write the reaction. Benzoic acid. Yes, you have to be very, very sure about the system of nomenclature, right? Don't forget to write the solvent, the sign of heat. Yes. What did we have to remove? Carbon dioxide. So what are you left with? Very good. C6H6. Now, don't bother about the mechanism of each and every reaction because organic chemistry is very vast. We have covered the mechanisms of the reactions under a separate heading where we talk about the basics of organic chemistry. So those are a series of videos which will talk about the substitution, elimination, and you've got the under substitution you have nucleophilic, electrophilic substitution, free radical substitution, then elimination, and then you also have the addition reaction. So those are completely covered under the heading of mechanisms. I would advise you not to mix it up over here. Mix it up in the sense it's good to know mechanisms, but concentrate on small targets at one time so as to get a command over the subject. Now let us see what's the next one. We've got benzene sulfonic acid. So sulfonic acid means what is the functional group? Let me tell you that first. Sulfonic acid, SO3H, and benzene. So it cannot be C6H6SO3H, right? Because C6H6 is itself stable. So what do? It will be C6H5. Perfect. So let's start writing the reaction over here. So we'll have C6H5SO3H when treated with superheated steam. How do you get superheated steam? Yes, by boiling water under conditions of high pressure. Write down the products. Did you write? I'm waiting. Go ahead, try it yourself. That's what organic chemistry is all about. We need to form C6H6, right? What are you left with? So you've got SO3H from here and an HO from here, right? So we've got H2SO4. Oh, that's simple, right? Great going. By the way, let me add over here, the actual process doesn't take place so easily, but it's just for ease of understanding that I am helping you to remember by these small boxes. Next one, aniline diazotization. By the way, here the condition for diazotization, please don't forget 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, gives us benzene diazonium chloride followed by reduction using any of the reagents gives us benzene. So let's get going. What is diazotization? Diazotization is a very, very important reaction which you will be doing in the laboratory also as part of your organic chemistry study. So diazotization means converting the NH2 group into the diazo group C6H5N2 positive. I will elaborate on this later. Cl negative. Basically, it's bonding like this. A triple bond between the two nitrogen atoms. With the result, the octet of this nitrogen is complete and this will acquire a formal charge of positive, due to which it is attracted to Cl negative. Compounds having this type of group, N triple bond N, are attached to an alkyl or an aryl group, are what are called as the diazo compounds. The formation of these diazo compounds is done in situ. That means in the reaction mixture itself. We don't separate them. So we prepare them when they are required in the reaction mixture itself. And how do we do that? We actually have to treat it with HNO2. Now again, HNO2 is again generated in situ. And how do we do that? By treating a nitrite salt with an acid, right? But remember very, very clearly the conditions of the reaction. When you do this reaction in the laboratory, you will be using ice in order to maintain the temperature of the reaction. So now teacher, you're confusing, we have to write this or that. Okay, let me make things simpler. First step, NaNO2 plus HCl gives us HNO2, right, plus NaCl. Now the amine C6H5NH2, the aromatic amine, also called as aniline by its common name and accepted as its IUPAC name as well, reacts with the nitrous acid in the presence of HCl. Temperature of, very good, 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, that's ice cold solution, gives us the diazonium salt C6H5N2 positive Cl negative, benzene, diazonium chloride, plus of course water is formed over here, right? And the last step in this would be the diazonium salt C6H5N2 positive Cl negative, it is reduced. That means there are reducing agents in the reaction mixture, SnCl2 and NaOH, or you use the H3PO2, any of it. I have listed 2 reagents over there. Now reduction means this gets converted into C6H6. Nitrogen and HCl gases are, nitrogen gas and HCl are formed. So you will be able to see bubbles rising in the reaction mixture, right? Indicating the formation or the completion of this reaction, right? We will cover benzene diazonium chloride as a separate compound because it's as good as Grignard's reagent in aliphatic compounds. You can prepare a number of compounds from benzene diazonium chloride. We shall talk about it later. So let's go on to our next preparation. Acetylene or ethyne. Remember, we spoke about polymerization? Yes, very good. Go ahead and write the reaction of polymerization of acetylene or ethylene. C2H2 polymerizes to give you C6H6. So how many ethyne? Yes, very good. If you remember the mechanism, it's not exactly the mechanism, the different way that we wrote this reaction. For those who have revised acetylene with me, they will remember that we had written this reaction using 3 molecules of ethyne. Yes, this is one molecule, and this is here one molecule, this is here the second molecule, and we have the third molecule of ethyne. And what had we done? Come on, move. Yes, there we go. And we had benzene being formed. And what was the condition of the reaction? Very good, red hot iron tube. Good, very good. And are we already on to our last one? Looks like. So chlorobenzene, that means benzene is C6H6. Chloro means I replace one of the hydrogen by Cl. Simply bring about its reduction using nickel aluminium alloy in an alkaline medium. You will have to remember the reagents. So please make sure that you write each reaction 3 times to get the hand-eye coordination working right. So there we go, the seventh reaction in the preparation of benzene. By the way, I have tried to cover, I'm not saying I have managed to, I've tried to cover as many reactions as possible. For some of the curriculum, these reactions may be extra. You can limit yourself to what is your requirement. There is no compulsion to do all, but it is good if you want to prepare for competitive exams as well. So reduction, yes, I want to prepare C6H6. Correct. So Cl has to go out, but Cl, can it exist independently? No, we need a hydrogen for it. So we have HCl as the byproduct of this reaction. What do you have to do now? Practice once again. It hardly took us 10 minutes to do all the reactions. Keep the flow chart with you. The chart that I have given you over here, it will be good if you can draw this flow chart. This flow chart with felt tip pens or colored crayons, right? Now, the benefit of this flow chart is you can answer different types of questions. Like, first, I can ask you how to convert phenol to benzene. So you will remember the reagent over here. You got a conversion where you have to convert aniline to benzene. Question could also be, what is the product of reduction of benzene diazonium chloride? Again, you know that it is benzene. So conversion of an aliphatic to an aromatic compound, you know, acetylene to benzene. So with the help of this flow chart, you are able to answer a number of questions. And don't forget to leave a little space on the right hand side, because we will be adding properties as well, because that's the next video we're going to talk about, and we will be talking about the substitution reactions which take place in benzene and many other. So stay in touch, keep pen and paper ready when you visit the channel next. Meet you soon. Happy studying.